shit, but I got you. I'm on live broadcasting, bro. I'm gonna call you tomorrow. Can you turn this up? Can you turn it up? Like, damn, it'd be the devil. If you turn this up, it'd be the devil. They be blocking you.
C-Mode was the younger brother of Donald Trula, who was also well respected in the streets. He came up with dudes like Jay Moolah, Zay, and Go Crazy, and together, the crew would run the streets of Memphis. C-Mode and BG hated each other and would send shots back and forth on social media.
Shout out whoever shot this. I like you did a good job, man. I don't know your name, but whoever you is, reach out. I'm gonna figure your name out, but all credits go to you, man. I like what you did with this.
Was that C-Mode, Zay, and Go Crazy were the killers. The cops would later arrest Go Crazy for BG's murder, proving that the rumors were likely true. The cops believe
they wild these days, man. It's crazy.
When Trula Mafia got the drop on him and took him out. The shooter also hit the front seat passenger, leaving him critically injured. Go Crazy will later confess to the shooting, but didn't snitch on his homies. He was hit with first-degree murder, 3 counts of attempted murder, aggravated assault, and use of a firearm, and the commission of a dangerous felony for admitting to his part in the murder. Even though Go Crazy kept it solid, BG's murder...
Who be these old heads? Who be these role models? That's the point that I don't understand. I don't know, guys.
Personally, sparking the war with Trula Mafia. It wouldn't take long for the gang to seek revenge, and right after BG was killed, Zay would get hit in retaliation. C-Mode was locked up in juvie, fighting a different charge when Zay was killed, and the murder hit him hard. Zay was his right-hand man, and they ran the streets together. With Go Crazy looking at some serious time, and Zay dead, his whole gang was falling apart. So naturally, he began plotting his revenge and got to work as soon as he was released. Around the same time, Double R was recovering from the loss of one of their homies, 23, who was another victim of the Trula Mafia. 23 was the passenger in the car on the same night BG was killed. And was
they be killing everything, man. This is sad.
The ops would catch up to him a second time around, shooting up his place at the Cane Creek Apartments, hitting both him
Oh, that's up there with Pooh Shiesty and them at.
He wouldn't be
and
so
Big
lucky,
30, Big Scar.
Passed away from his injuries. Then, in January 2020, C-Mode, Jay Moolah, and a dude named CEO Bobby of 8 Gang, a set that's part of Trula Mafia, would be arrested for a drive-by shooting and charged with multiple felonies. Officers claim that they responded to shots being fired between 2 vehicles on Shelby Drive around 2:30 p.m.
Wow.
The cop caught up with the blue Challenger that was involved in the shooting, and it refused to pull over. The car ended up running several red lights before crashing. The 3 passengers,
I remember that. I seen that on Instagram.
Were eventually caught. Police also claim that they saw Jay Moolah toss a backpack with weed and a gun in it behind a dumpster, and 2 other guns were also found inside the car. C-Mode was already facing 2 charges at the time for aggravated robbery and grand theft auto after the dude whose car he stole identified him in the lineup. So the charges against C-Mode were just stacking up at this point, with the recent incident adding motor vehicle theft and evading arrest. While they were locked up,
whoever he is, man, whoever he is, he don't play no games. He going out. He going for it.
Suicide. A member of Trula Mafia named Trula Murder Rossi passed away, and it was rumored
he not playing no games.
his death would hit the gang hard, especially.
Shout out to War in Memphis, man. Shout out to War in Memphis, man. Fair use is fair use. I'm gonna shout you out. Please don't copyright this.
C-Mode's heart cold and force him to direct his rage at Double R. After being released from jail, C-Mode entered the rap game with his track Send a Hit, where he takes several shots at his enemies. This caught the attention of Double R, and after that, C-Mode was their main target. Not long after that, more Trula Mafia members would lose their lives.
Somebody
with
else
brothers D
made
Money
this.
and J Money being killed in separate shootings. CEO Jizzle from Double R will reveal what happened to them in the song Rich and Ruthless. On the track, he raps, "If you diss on 23,
Somebody tell me from Memphis, how many rappers is in these crews? Would they wait till somebody die, get locked up to
In this bar,
the next rapper come, or like how do it work? Because they be popping up out of nowhere. That New York rappers too, no disrespect.
At the same time, Double R was also gaining some traction in the music industry. Although early on, Baby K was the main rapper in the group, he would eventually convince his homie, Big Scar, to pick up the mic.
Right.
Big Scar was more focused on the streets at
My
the
guy,
time,
Big
but
Scar.
decided to give rap a try. He blew up almost immediately.
That's my guy.
His debut single, Make a Play, going viral.
Yes, sir.
The video for the song was picked up by popular Polish YouTuber Tommy Craze, the same guy who discovered Lil Loaded.
Oh.
He does a segment on his YouTube show where he reviews music that doesn't have a lot of plays. He came across Make a Play by Big Scar and gave it a cosign, which led to the track blowing up. This caught the attention of none other than
Gucci Mane.
and not long after, Big Scar flew to Atlanta and signed the 1017 record
17
label.
with Pooh
It was
Shiesty, his
perfect
cousin.
because Gucci had already signed Big Scar's cousin.
He signed his
Pooh
cousin.
Shiesty, another big name from Memphis.
That's his real
Together,
cousin.
They would take over the rap game.
But allegedly
Some of the
they supposed to
hottest
be
artists
beefing.
back in
Remember that.
1017.
Remember I told y'all that.
Just as things were heating up for Big Scar, he would nearly lose his life to the streets. In 2020, the rapper was shot in the head and had to undergo surgery. Because of the way he moved, the bullet went deeper into his body and hit his lung. He also had to have his appendix taken out and his leg put back into alignment because the bullet traveled up his spine. Luckily, he survived the shooting, but had to be cut open, which left another huge scar along his stomach. However, that didn't stop his hustle, and he got right back to the studio after being released from the hospital.
Let's go,
He even
Big
shot
Scar.
a video for the song So Icy Boys with Shiesty and Fujiano, where he was bandaged up from the shooting and still recovering from his injury.
Yes, sir.
In rap, you gotta stay competitive, and Big Scar wasn't about to give the ops the satisfaction of slowing down his bag. At this point, Big Scar had already lost two more of his Double R homies, Bun Diesel and Dre Feezy, in a car accident. Even though he was blowing up in the industry, that didn't heal the pain of losing his friends, and it made things even worse when his ops from True La Mafia would send disses at his dead friends in their music and on social media. The constant payback and disrespect online
they
made
be
it hard
holding
for
all
either
them
side
guns.
to just
Look.
walk away and forget it, so the war just continued. Around the same time, Jay Moolah was released from jail for the car theft and shooting.
They be posting all them guns and expect not to get locked up with them guns.
But being a high-ranking member in True La Mafia, Double R was dead set on trying to catch him lacking, and not long after, rumors started to go around that Jay Moolah was robbed and had his gun stolen. Kato2X from Double R posted a photo on social media of a Draco with the caption underneath that read, "Don't never make a song about me. Don't get this Drake back in blood. Hashtag stamp that." He also posted a video where he called Jay Moolah.
And they wonder why they're not going to, they going to jail.
And had his strap taken. Jay Moolah took to social media and denied the rumors, claiming that he gave away the Draco to one of his little homies
And he never
because
gave
he
it back.
didn't need it anymore. He also says that he already used the Draco to shoot at Double R, so it doesn't even matter.
Man, he took that. He took it.
The beat was getting more serious as time went on. Then, in May 2020,
He took
Double
that
R
gun.
would catch a lucky break after their main op, C-Mode, got arrested and charged with a long list of felonies that might put him behind bars for a while.
Damn.
Word on the street is that Double R almost caught C-Mode lacking and got him hit 2 times. But being a stone cold killer, C-Mode immediately went for retaliation, even though he was still out on bond from the other shooters. C-Mode would then take to social media and laugh off the assassination attempt while plotting to get payback. But after unsuccessfully shooting his enemies twice, he would be arrested and charged with 1 count of murder and 7 counts of attempted murder. The murder charge was not related to the most recent shooting, but for the murder of BG. New evidence must have surfaced, and the police were finally able to connect him to the
Is
hit.
Memphis really like this, y'all?
That
Where my
C-Mode
Memphis fans
attempted
at?
to shoot up the same house twice, trying to get Double R.
Wow.
He opened fire on a home in the 5600 block of Myers Road, where 5 people were inside.
Wow.
He almost hit the first time, so the rapper came back less than a week later and fired at 2 people standing on the front lawn, which makes 7 attempted hits. Police were able to tie this shooting to the death of BG and determined that it was all related to the war between True La Mafia and Double R. The cops were clearly looking to keep C-Mode off the streets so no one else loses their life. But with so many bodies already dropped, It may be tough for either side to put the guns down and forget about it all.
Yeah.
Big Scar released his debut project,
Big Grim Reaper.
in April 2021.
That's my shit.
Which featured guest appearances,
Gucci Man.
Kool Shiesty,
Yes,
Big
sir.
K. Hopefully, with their main op C mode behind bars, the beef will chill out long enough for Big Scar to blow up in the industry.
I like Big
before he can
Scar.
leave the streets alone. But all it takes is one more diss or another body drop.
And it's over.
And put everyone's lives and freedom at risk once again.
It's over.
If you thought this video was crazy, be sure to check out our channel for more.
I like
Rap's
it.
biggest police raids to rappers who ran